Welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Taylor and today we'll be starting our end of summer reading only summer romances 4-week reading vlog. But before we hop into the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you love all things books. Now, I love how the sun is slowly starting to peek out after it was literally pouring down rain no less than 20 minutes ago. But if you do hear a little ambience in the back, it's because even though it's pouring down rain, it's still hot in the snow. So we've got the fan on and obviously it's still drizzling outside. And I mean, if you're wondering the attire, I had a pole dance class this morning and I immediately needed to come home and shower and do a full everything, get into the comfy cozy. So it is comfy cozy, kind of fall-esque vibes, although we're not quite at fall. Just know the fall videos will hit, but we're gonna try and make it through as many summer romances as possible before the end of the month. Well, before the end of the next week, because towards the end of the month, we're gonna be slowly transitioning into reading more fall books. Now, I have 3 books in particular, or really 2 books that I really want to get to. I have started one book, and that is Good Luck Babe by Erin Baldwin. It's summary, reality TV, best friends to estranged, to lovers, sapphic again. However, that book is currently in my car, and given that the weather outside is not great, I'm not going out to fish it. Just know I've started it. I'm only like 4 chapters in. But the 2 books for sure that I really want to get to are In Her Own League by Liz Tomforty, the spin-off or like segue out of Windy City following Monty and Reese, and then The Art of Loving You by Natasha Bishop, the second in a series of interconnected standalones following Only for the Week. This is second chance romance, summer road trip. He's an artist, she's his muse. In Her Own League is a baseball romance between the new female owner of the baseball team and the team manager. It's a little age gap. We have older characters. We have a plus size FMC. Both of these are from favorite authors, favorite romance series, so I'm excited and motivated to get into them. And I do have this book, In Her Own League, downloaded on my Kindle, so we may dive into that one. The other books that are possible for this reading vlog. First up, The Love Hypothesis. I know the movie adaptation is coming out in September, so we will try to get to this at least before the month's up or at the beginning of September. But this is Allie Hazelwood, her first ever feminist romance. I know it's kind of a spoof off of a Kylo Ren fan fiction, so I'm interested in that one. Then ignore the sticker that's still on and I haven't taken it off. And They Were Roommates by Paige Powers. This is a YA freshman year of college romance between a newly out trans guy getting roomed with the boy who broke his heart or whatever. Only thing is that this boy never knew him before he transitioned. So there's all that. So now they were roommates and they were roommates. Then we have, basically the rest of these are YA. Then we have A British Girl's Guide to Hurricane and Heartbreaks. This is the sequel to A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow. Obviously interconnected standalones. We have a bisexual FMC. The only thing is, instead of our Cuban girl going to London, Great Britain, whatever, we have our British girl going to Miami? I think so. Yeah, we're going to Miami. And it looks like it's a love triangle. So, and then we have a little YA gay romance between an aspiring country star and someone who hates country music. A Little Bit Country by Brian D. Kennedy. Those are everything on our TBR to be considered for the week. Obviously, I've started Good Luck Babe by Erin Baldwin. I'm only 4 chapters in and I can't say much. However, if you're like a sapphic, bisexual, girly, or whatever, lesbian, it is giving baby gay panic in the best way possible. So that is all I can say on that. But I do believe I will probably start In Her Own League today as well, as it's already downloaded on Kindle. And usually on the weekends, I much prefer to read on my Kindle because I'm at home, whereas when I'm during the week working. However, this week is the week before classes start on the campus, so I have a bunch of meetings and stuff that I need to get done, so that may hinder my ability to get through as many books as possible, but I'll let you know. But I'm about ready to sign off because I'm trying to chill out this weekend. You may get to see tomorrow because tomorrow I have another class. I have a flexibility training class, which will probably stretch me out and hopefully get rid of some of this soreness. But I'll see y'all when I have some updates to say. Hello, it's still Saturday. It's Saturday evening right now. Good Luck Babe by Aaron Baldwin. I am now right to part 2. 68 pages in, 10 chapters in. I should have known. Because if you don't know, Wish You Weren't Here by Aaron Baldwin was a 5-star read that I read in June for Pride Month, the Pride vlog. And I cried at the end of that book. And already, at the end of season 1, chapter 1, who is revving their engine right now? What are you doing? It's almost 7 o'clock at night. I'm already tearing up and crying. Who are you? Do I talk over it? Who knows? Just to let you know, and this is not a spoiler, this is how part 1 ends. And I swear there's a veil between universes that lifts at that moment. When my dad hugs me goodbye, I feel my mom in it too. If you... So yeah, if you can't tell, our main character's mom passed away when she was young. So we are following Noelle and Yumi, besties since childhood. They both love this reality TV show called The Adventureverse, which I think is this universe's version of The Amazing Race. And they've been besties for as long as I know, but last year there was a moment where Yumi decided to give in to her feelings. Not Yumi. Noelle decided to give in to her feelings and kiss Yumi, and then immediately goes, gay panic, sorry, I'ma run out of here. And then Yumi basically stopped talking to her. And now we're a year later. Noelle's dad's dealing with some health issues. They both get invited to join this reality TV show. The only catch is that it's a couples only season, so they must pretend to be a couple for the whole world to see while they compete on this reality TV show to win a couple $1 million to help pay off Noelle's dad's medical debt. And yeah, so I'm just saying, Miss Noelle's out here thinking that Yumi just completely disregarded her and everything. But I'm not gonna lie, Yumi, I feel like I'm picking up on hints saying that I think Yumi has been feeling her for a while and is as distraught over this friendship breakup and separation as they are. But part 2 is when they are going to arrive and start competing. So yeah, a little fake dating, a little sapphic. I'll update y'all if I cry some more, but just know I've been listening to Birthday Cake by Dylan Conrique. And if you don't know anything about that song, very applicable to this book and its grief. I'm going to leave because if I hear another car, horn, or engine revving, I'm going to go insane trying to film this clip. Of course, it will only happen when I start filming this clip. But I will probably see y'all tomorrow. Hello, it is Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I didn't do much more reading. I got a little bit further into Good Luck Babe last night, and then I started In Her Own League. I'm 1 chapter in. I was just a little too tired to actually consume any actual thoughts about the book. All I know is that Emmett and Monty, what is the name? Monty and Emmett, same person. Monty nickname. Monty and Reese don't really get along. Reese is the boss now and has kind of made it clear. She says, I don't have to keep you on. But she's also kind of in a tough position because the business she was left by her grandfather was not taken well care of. Like, he did not really check the books or keep track of things. And so she needs to get some things done that kind of go against what Monty's like, I can't do that. He's like, that's wrong. But I digress. I have a flexibility training class in an hour. However, it's about a 20-25 minute drive there. But I have some books that I'm unhauling. These are the books I'm unhauling right here. I'm currently in the process, like I said in my book unhaul video, which I just posted, I'm planning on moving next year, and I'm in the process of kind of every weekend I'm going through and cleaning and decluttering things as I'm going, and books is one of those things because I can't take every book with me. So these books I'm getting rid of, and while I would normally take them to a thrift store or a Mr. K's or something like that, I keep getting credit to a store that I never really use, and I still have a bunch of credit left over from the last time. So I think we're going to do a little bit of a mixture of, we'll still take some of the nicer books to the thrift store, but I think I'm going to start doing some more free little libraries. So we're going to take a few of these books to a free little library before I head over. So that's why I'm leaving a little early. So when I get to the free little library, I'll kind of give you a little hint update of what I'm doing, but I'm going to take like 3 or 4. Hello. So I am now at the community center because they have a free little library here. And the books I decided to bring, I did want to bring a few YA because I feel like a lot of kids come to the community center. However, there's also a lot of adults. So I have Anna Dressed in Blood and Girl of My Nightmares, 2 YA horror spooky season novels. And then I have To Have and to Heist by Sarah Desai. This is one that I didn't feature in my book haul because I just decided to get rid of it. It's been on my TBR for a while and I just haven't read it. It's a romantic suspense novel, or rom-com romantic suspense novel that I have no desire to read right now. And then I have My Roommate is a Vampire and My Vampire Plus One. These are very like low spice, cute little vampire rom-coms that I enjoyed, but they're not something or a series that I plan on continuing. So I'm not really going to film the free little library, but that is our first stop for this Sunday afternoon. And then hopefully we'll get to flexibility class, get that done, and then I'm hoping to go home and make some cookies. I don't know if it'll be cookies, but I'm kind of planning on sweet treat. I also want to pick up a smoothie after class because I've been sweating all day and I think I need a cold treat as well. So let me go ahead and take these over to the little library. Hello, it is Monday evening. It's just past 7:30. What time is it? 7:30-ish. And I am now chapter 25, page 170 into Good Luck Babe by Erin Baldwin. I think that means I'm around over halfway through the book. And yes, the fan is on maximum power if you can hear it, because I can hear it, because it's too damn hot in this house. It was so hot that literally I could not sleep really at all last night because I just kept waking up sweating. So work was fun. And then as it's the week before classes start, that means I have meeting after meeting starting tomorrow. On top of also having to plan my class. So, 'tis how it goes. But yeah, so far we've gotten more. We're into the actual, did I tell you anything about what this book is about? Nah, well, we'll see in the edit. But we're into the actual reality TV show portion of things. These two have finally hashed out the little disagreement and everything that went down between the two because, of course, no one can ever just communicate their feelings properly. But then again, they're both, 17, 18? I guess that makes sense. It's not miscommunication in the way that I'm like, oh my god, why? But also, I'm kind of glad that we had this talk halfway through, because now it leaves room open for us to actually build towards coming back together, rather than having to be in the last second, I'm like, oh, sorry, you misheard me, and then oh, everything's forgiven. Yeah, and we're also having a lot of discussion around mental health representation, particularly around grief. Our main character has ADHD and all that, and it's a lot deeper than I was expecting it to be. It's still very fun and lighthearted, and there's a lot of fun, lighthearted moments. But Erin, girly, you're weaving in all of these, very important conversations while also giving us a fun, cutesy, sapphic love story on top. And I'm loving it. It's been a good time. And I'm getting the Good Luck Babe title now. I do feel like I should be listening to Good Luck Babe by Chapel Roan, though. We'll see. But I don't know. I'll probably finish this tomorrow. I have not made it any further into In Her Own League. Mainly just because I've been dead fucking tired. Let's just say my flexibility class yesterday. Listen, it's helping me work out my muscles, but seeing as I've done 2 pole dance classes and 2 flexibility classes now, and my body is getting used to the movement, but I have a goal to rebuild up my flexibility and to start working on building up my strength, which I've always been pretty flexible in the past, but I've definitely lost some over the past few years, but I've never really had any true, upper body or core strength at all. And with my health issues, I know that might, especially building core strength, could help me. I just, baby steps. Baby steps. Yeah. Alright. Well, I'll update y'all tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to read any tonight. I kind of want to, but I also kind of want to catch up on some YouTube. Or I could watch some Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll probably see y'all next when I finish this. And then it is Tuesday night. Why didn't I update you yesterday? Well, I was too tired from not being able to sleep the last 2 nights. Because once again, it's 1,000,000 degrees in my room. And that southern summer heat hasn't let up yet. Hence why you hear the annoying creak of the fan over and over again. Because it's too hot. Too hot. It's so hot that you've got that hot trash smell just from the single trash can that I have, and it feels like I have to take that out every single day. And it's not even full. Yes. However, I did finish Good Luck Babe by Aaron Baldwin yesterday. This book had me feeling all the emotions and feels. There was no third act breakup, which made me happy, and the ending was so sweet and so cute. I ended up giving it a 4.75, although every time I think about that, I'm like, why isn't it a 5-star? I honestly don't know. So if you see me saying this is 5 stars in my monthly wrap-up, you did not hear me this time. So, but yeah. I should have also just renamed this video this week reading 5-star romances, because all of these books that I'm reading are from authors who are 5-star romance authors for me. But yes, highly recommend Good Luck Babe if you're looking for a cutesy YA sapphic romance. I loved it. It also, I will say, do get the tissues out because you may be having some waterworks. And then, I'm reading this on my Kindle, what I do on the physical copy, In Her Own League by Liz Tom-Forty. Yeah, tell me why I I read one chapter a couple days ago, then I picked it up this morning, and I am well over 40%, well, 43% or so into this book. If you don't know anything about this, this is a spin-off to the Windy City series, and we're following Monty and Reese. Monty is the field manager for the Chicago, whatever their name is, I don't know, but the baseball team. And Reese is the new owner of the team, and she is the first and only female team owner in all of the MLB, which she's catching flack left, right, and center from every male counterpart in the league, except for most of the men on her team, even though there's a few. And these two aren't seeing eye to eye. They aren't quite getting each other's visions on how the team itself should be run. Monty thinks Reese is being a little cold-hearted when it comes to the decisions being made about the team, and Reese is feeling like Monty's putting her in a tough spot of having to constantly always be the bad guy. But I'm at the point in the book where they, listen, they both have recognized for a while that they have a physical attraction to each other. They haven't denied that, and Reese says he loves his curvy girlies, and not Reese. Monty loves his curvy girlies, and Reese is exactly the tall drink of curvy water that he wants. And the tension has been broken and everything. They've gotten to a chance where it feels like a lot of like the first third of this book is them sort of misunderstanding and not communicating to the best of their abilities. But they've kind of been working through that, and they're at the point now where they're like, we really want to be with each other, but we also recognize that in order for Reese to be able to do her job, she can't be under constant scrutiny by the public the way that she already is. And if she started dating an employee, the public would have even more cannon fodder to throw at her. So that's where we're at right now. So there's that little forbidden workplace element between boss ex-employee. However, they're both mutually pining, and they both know they want to be with each other. And everyone around them can kind of feel the tension, but they're trying to hope that the tension doesn't seep out into the public. But Monty, he's got me over here kicking, giggling, screaming at my feet. He loves a powerful, strong woman, but he also likes to be the protector. He is girl dad to a T. Yes. This one's also single daddy, but he has a grown daughter who has her own book, which is book 3 in the Windy City series. And that's also my favorite book in the Windy City series, so reading about her dad, yes. And I'm not going to lie, my only desire and want for the rest of the night is to continue reading this book. So may I finish this book tomorrow? Very likely. Is it probably going to be a 5-star? I can sense it coming. Yeah. And then after this, we have another 5-star prediction coming. Ooh, the end of summer, we're having some great reads. We're having, Either way, this is great. I just took a shower. I'm ready to lie down. However, it is still feeling like Satan decided to breathe fire into my room right now. So I don't know how that'll work out for me. And I also have a bit of a sinus headache, but nothing's going to stop me from walking in. Hello, it is actually 9 o'clock at night. The lighting is awful. The fan is still running because it's still way too fucking hot. So, But I did just take a shower to wash off all the sweat that I sweat while being indoors. Because that's how life goes. However, book update, I finished In Her Own League today. Yeah, I finished it while my Kindle battery was fighting for its own battery life. So I do need to charge it. But obviously I have the physical copy. 4.5 stars and 2 chili spice. Listen, Mr. Monty, I love you. I love the more mature relationship that we have here about two people who have lived some life, who have been through it, who never really thought that they could really find that love and were resigned to be with themselves, and realizing that the greatest thing they could ever ask for in a relationship is their closest friend and their safest partner or safest place, and just building together that relationship. It was cute, and Monty, sir likes to take charge in plenty of places. So I did love their dynamic. Plus, you know, I love a plus size girly at the center of a story, and I think this beautifully wraps up the Windy City universe, and I can't wait for the new universe, Wild West, whatever it is, the Wilder series, which comes out later this year. And you know I'll be picking it up. And let me know if y'all have any specific casting decisions you're thinking for the Windy City series, because at this point I'm just like, you gotta get them right, babes. But I also got one chapter into The Art of Loving You by Natasha Bishop. This is a summer road trip story, second chance between Danny and Micah. I guess, you know, it says 11, I've only read the prologues. From what I understand, about 11 years ago, they had a bit of a secret relationship. She was a model, he was an artist. Now she's sort of a, you know, mogul, content creator, business owner. And she just doesn't believe in love, especially after seeing everything that went down between Janelle and her sister's fiance and everything from book 1, Only for the Week, which you should read, 5-star read, amazing. And she's kind of keeping her relationship with Micah a dirty little secret. But it kind of seems like Micah might still harbor some sort of feelings. And I was trying to remember if he was our tall baddie or our short king from the first book, and he's the tall baddie. So he's our tall artist, and she is the muse. But after losing someone close to them, they go on a summer road trip where they may or may not rekindle the sparks. But I'm excited to see where this goes. And also, look at this beautiful photography situation that we got going on here. Every chapter header, every chapter header is some sort of like photograph, and I don't know if it changes for like the person or what, but we also opened up the story with them being in Tulum. So I don't know how much of this I will get done tomorrow, but I need to go to bed. I need to lie down. I need to wash. Well, I've washed the day off so far, and I need to rest the day away. Because tomorrow, campus is about to get real hectic. Because my least favorite, most nightmarish day on campus that I've avoided every year since I was a freshman, the big freshman get-to-know-you campus day or whatever, is taking place. Alongside the final move-in day, and they're opening a new building on campus. I should have just taken tomorrow off. So if I'm not feeling super cheery, which I don't think I'm coming off super cheery right now, just know if I'm not feeling particularly cheery in tomorrow's update, I'm not sure there's any amount of amazing that this book could be that could pull me out of the hell that I know I'm about to experience. See, I'm setting expectations low for my day tomorrow. But yeah, we've had a good reading week so far. And summer ends next week, but the good thing about summer months ending next week, I guess fall doesn't technically start till mid-September, is the temperature's going to start dropping to a reasonable amount. And by reasonable amount, hopefully less motherfucking humid. Because high temperatures aren't necessarily bad, it's the humidity that I hate. Alright, so it is actually Sunday, August 23rd. Our reading challenge officially closed yesterday on Saturday. However, I have not updated you since Friday or Saturday. However, just to let you know, I did start The Art of Loving You by Natasha Bishop on Friday, and I have made it to page 86 in the book. And my current initial thoughts of the book, Why is it I'm not even 100 pages in and I was already tearing up at least twice within those first 2 pages, ready to bawl my eyes out. However, I had shit to get done because I needed to make sure my syllabus and my class schedule was tightened up and ready to go by end of Friday. So yeah, this one, if it upholds, which again, we know Second Chance is not my favorite, if the story holds and continues the way it's going, basically, we could be looking at another 5-star in our midst. But that is the last book that we are starting / going to be talking about for this end of summer romance vlog. I am excited to enter fall season, but we needed just a little bit of hit of that summer romance nostalgia. And I can't wait to finish this book. Obviously, I'll update you on my final thoughts come our reading wrap up, which should be a couple weeks from now, but let me know what you were most excited to get to by end of summer. Was it romances? Are we already starting diving into fall reads? I don't know, because talk about August 1st, me walking into the mall and there's already a Spirit Halloween. I think the whole world is ready for Halloween, but I need to hold on to it just a little bit longer to summer. But if you can't tell from the shirt, we're slowly preparing to move in, and I will see y'all in the next one.